Jellies, The Life of Jellyfish by Twig C. George. If you were a jellyfish, you would have two choices, to go up or to go down. That's it. 2. You would not have a brain, so you could not decide what to have for breakfast or where to go for lunch. The ocean currents would carry you along from place to place. In this way, you could travel hundreds of miles. Food might pass by you and get caught in your tentacles, or not. Sea turtles, dolphins, and whale sharks would try to eat you. You wouldn't worry about it because you couldn't. You would just float on. You would protect yourself with millions of tiny mechanical cells that, when touched by another animal, release a chemical and sting. Like a bow and arrow, you would not know if you were stinging a friend or an enemy. You would not even know what a friend or an enemy was. Jellyfish sting for protection and to catch food. That's all. They don't hunt and they can't chase. They just bump and sting. Bump and sting. Little fish swim in and out of the dome of this moon jellyfish. Some jellyfish sting gently. Some jellyfish have a sting so powerful that they are more dangerous than a cobra. These are the Australian box jellies. Jellyfish are so simple that they look like plastic trash floating in the sea. When an animal eats a jellyfish, it stays healthy and strong. When an animal eats plastic, it gets weaker and weaker and eventually dies. Some jellyfish lie on the shallow bottom in clear, warm seas and grow their own food. These are called upside-down jellyfish. Once they have eaten small bits of algae, just once, they can grow more inside their bodies by sitting in the sun. They are their own greenhouses and grocery stores, all wrapped up in one. To be a jellyfish, you need to be shaped like a bell, with at least one mouth and tentacles. Many animals called jellyfish are really something else. The Portuguese man-of-war is not a real jellyfish. It has an air-filled bubble instead of a water-filled bell. Jellyfish are almost all water and a little protein. They look slimy and disgusting when they wash up on the beach. In the sea, jellyfish are beautiful. There are jellyfish as big as basketballs with long red tentacles called West Coast sea nettles. There are tiny, elegant jellyfish that look like a blizzard of snowflakes. There are jellyfish that grow so big that they are as long as a blue whale. They are called Arctic lion's mane jellyfish. They pulse and drift. They eat and reproduce. They live and die, all without a brain or a heart. Someday you might be very lucky and see an ocean full of jellyfish. And since you have a brain and a heart, you would know you are seeing something unforgettable. Jellyfish by Grace Hansen. Jellyfish. Jellyfish live in oceans around the world. They mostly live near coasts. Jellyfish can be many colors. They come in many shapes and sizes. The Arctic lion jellyfish is the biggest. It can reach lengths of 120 feet or 37 meters. A jellyfish's body is called a bell. It has a mouth, it has tentacles, and oral arms. Jellyfish move slowly. Some push water out of their mouths to move. Jellyfish tentacles catch food. The tentacles sting prey. The stings are venomous. The venom paralyzes prey. Oral arms push food into the mouth. Jellyfish eat plankton. Big jellyfish will eat fish, shrimp, and more. Jellyfish lay eggs. Young jellyfish look very different from adults. Peanut butter and jellyfish. Peanut butter and jellyfish were the best of friends. Best of friends who spent their days exploring up, down, around, and through their grand ocean home. Unluckily for them, though, they lived near Krabby. "You guys swim like humans," he would taunt as they slipped past. Peanut butter and jellyfish did their best to ignore the heckler. "Did you hear something?" asked Jellyfish. "No, must be the current," said Peanut butter. Krabby was relentless. "You guys smell like rotten barnacles, P.U. My grandma called. She wants her run-walk shoes back. I've seen sea snails swim with more style. What a bunch of bubbleheads." Jellyfish puffed up his chest and said, "Driftwood and sea stones may break our bones, but words will never hurt us." "You're an invertebrate. You don't even have any bones," huffed Krabby as he marched along his favorite rock by himself. One day, as Peanut butter and Jellyfish set out on an excursion to the Great Reef, they swam past Krabby's perch. They braced themselves for the usual insults, but all was quiet. Then they heard the faint sound of sobbing up ahead. It was Krabby. He was caught in a lobster trap, and it was being lifted to the surface. "I'm scared," he cried. Surely he was doomed. "Should we help?" asked Jellyfish. The two friends shared a look. "He is in serious trouble," said Peanut butter. "You're right. We have to help," exclaimed Jellyfish. "But how?" "I have a plan," said Peanut butter. "Follow me." They swam up to the lobster trap. Peanut butter used his tail to unlock the trap's gate, but Krabby didn't budge. "Come on, you're free," said Peanut butter. But I can't swim," confessed Krabby, "and I'm afraid of heights." The lobster trap was getting pulled closer to the surface. "Plan B," exclaimed Jellyfish. He worked furiously on untying the trap's knot. "Hurry," cried Peanut butter. "I can see the fishermen above." Just when all hope was lost, the knot gave out, sending the trap plummeting. Peanut butter and Jellyfish grabbed a hold and lowered it to safety. Krabby's legs wobbled as he returned to his favorite rock. Thanks, you two, he stuttered. You know, I'm sorry for saying those mean things, Krabby said. He may have been afraid of heights, but Krabby was brave enough to apologize. I guess I was jealous. You guys seem like you are always having so much fun exploring the open waters. Well, there's plenty to explore close to the ocean floor, said Jellyfish. Peanut butter and Jellyfish still swam up, down, around, and through, but it was on the ocean floor that they found their greatest treasure. Minnie the Minnow and Jasper the Jumping Jellyfish by Sam and Nancy Walshaw. It was a lovely day down in the deep blue sea, so Minnie the Minnow decided to go and see her friend Jasper the Jellyfish at the reef. But she found Jasper looking very sad. Whatever is wrong? Minnie asked. Oh, I feel useless, said Jasper. I'm just no good at anything. All I do is swim about all day. What's the good of that? You are bound to be good at something. Everyone is, said Minnie. We just need to find out what your special thing is. We do? Asked Jasper brightly. Will you help me find my special thing? I'll be glad to. Come on, trilled Minnie. They swam along until they met Mrs. Fish. Baby Fish is stuck behind this rock, she cried. I'm trying to get him out, but it's hard without arms. This is your chance, Jasper, whispered Minnie. I bet your tentacles can get him out. But when Jasper tried to help, he got his tentacles caught in the rocks. Oh, go away, Jasper, snapped Mrs. Fish. You're useless. Jasper swam slowly and sadly back to Minnie. A little further on, they met some fish trying to play football. We've got our ball stuck in the coral, they moaned. Go on, Jasper, hissed Minnie. Help them out. Jasper tried, but he just poked the ball further in. Oh, go away, chorused the fish. You're useless. This isn't going well, thought Minnie. Jasper looked sadder than ever. "Don't worry, Jasper," Minnie coaxed. "There must be something you are good at. We just need to find out what." Just past the old treasure chest, they found Turtle with his foot stuck in some weeds. "I bet you can help him," urged Minnie. But no, Jasper's tentacles just tangled the weeds tighter around Turtle's foot. "Oh, go away, Jasper," grunted Turtle. "You're useless." Jasper was downhearted. "I want to go home now," he said. "Okay, maybe we can try again tomorrow," said Minnie. "Maybe," sighed Jasper. "But it's no use, just like me." They began to head home, but suddenly Minnie and a lot of other fish were scooped up together in a big net. "Minnie!" yelled Jasper. And then things got even worse. The net began to drag them up to the surface. "Help!" shouted Minnie. Jasper didn't stop to think. He swam with all his might after the net. He didn't even stop when the net disappeared right out of the water, with Minnie and her fishy friends still inside it. He just swam faster and faster. "Got to save them," he gasped. Suddenly, Jasper was at the surface, but he just kept going and surged right out of the water after the net. Minnie and the other fish were amazed to see him jump so high. With his long tentacles, Jasper tore at the net and let all his friends go. Splash! With an enormous splash, Minnie, Jasper, and the other fish landed safely back in the water. "Wow," they all chorused. "We never knew you could jump like that, Jasper." "It was amazing," gasped Minnie. "Was it?" said Jasper shyly. "It was," they laughed. "So do I have a special talent after all?" he crowed. Now that everyone knew just what Jasper could do, he was always in demand. He helped Baby Crab when his balloon floated away. He jumped out of the water and brought back the turtle team's football whenever it went out of play. And he gave the baby fish jumping rides in the school holidays. And no one ever told Jasper he was useless ever again.